Il est de bonne heure pour le mettre banner.
Oh shit! I was gonna go get some more lighting
Hey,
in the
bro,
background, but you just started
we're
off.
live.
Hey, what happened?
I don't
What's going
know.
on here, man? Why y'all down, man?
Il y a pas un timer. D'habitude, on a le temps de faire des
Bro,
niaiseries.
bro, you just click go live. I'm like, okay, let me start. Let me put the countdown.
No. Oh my God, I'm so
You
sorry, bro.
stop. No, I'm joking.
Non, ben non, ben non. C'est
All
bon,
right,
on fait
guys.
l'effet surprise. Bam! Showbiz!
I was about to get up to get some more lighting. Actually, you know what? I probably will. You can talk to our viewer. You can talk to our
Yeah,
viewers.
I could start, no problem.
Let me start the Instagram.
Welcome to Getting Tuesday Done. Getting my beard done, guys. I know I need to do this. Like, I need to fix this. I was in the work truck all day. I'm just showing up to this live. It's late. It's almost 7 o'clock here. And yeah, man, we can't miss a live. We can't miss our podcast with you guys. We need to give you some good content at least once a day, and even for us, like we've prepared. So let's go. Getting Tuesday done. We're gonna be talking about the capture, why it's important to capture everything that surrounds your everything in your life and everything in your work. What needs to be captured, so you can process everything appropriately. Have a mind like water, like me and George we like to say, and especially to be able to get rid of the lower level task of trying to hang on to everything. Me and George were notorious ADHD guys. I'm notorious for that. Like if I have old teachers watching my live, I know they would laugh because this is the lack of focus was real. And when you have lack of focus later on in life, you lack clarity towards choosing a career path or anything.
Very true.
So I've read this book right before my wedding, the GTD method. I don't know if I have it close. Yeah, it's right here. So the GTD method, and that's what we're reading. Me and George, this is the new edition, so we're just having fun and sharing with you guys. But this literally changed my life because this gave me a trusted method, very easy method, no cost method, to self-manage my focus problem. And the first part, because we're in chapter 2, but it took time to get to this part, to get to this point, guys. There's a big intro to the book, but this is it. Like, this is the first part, capturing everything. And how do you capture everything that surrounds your life? So the first thing, George, I would say is to how to, like, where do you start, right? So you have to know what to capture, because people would probably be asking themselves, like, what is he talking about when he's talking about capturing? What are we capturing here? What's that, like? Is he talking about, like,
you're talking about thoughts? Anything that's occupying your mental space. Literally anything. It could be an upcoming birthday. It could be your grocery list. It could be email a client. Both important and unimportant things that take up your space. And I like that you mentioned that you and I are notorious ADHDers, if you can say that. That, like, man, everything, like, when I have too many thoughts in my mind, man, I can't function properly. I get paralyzed. I end up doing nothing because I have so much on my mind. I'm like, I don't know where to start. So yeah, the first step, capturing everything, is life changing. Just that alone is life changing. Just putting it down on, in a trusted system changes the whole game. Even if you don't even do them, just getting it down changes everything.
So So the I don't know if it's the same for you, George, but for me it was really like, because it's the first question you ask yourself when you're starting to like reorganize your life and you're starting to like really think about all the stuff you're gathering. You're like,
Hmm.
okay, so what should I be keeping? I have for some of us we have all this space available, and for some of us like it's a blessing, but for I feel like for most of us the most space we have, the more complicated it gets, because these things are not organizing themselves. They're not just gonna
You're not gonna sleep it off.
put put themselves on the shelves, right? So like, what are you gonna be doing with all these like dead gadgets, drawers, and like these these unorganized entrance drawers that we all have in our home, with a bunch of things that once we start doing our weekly cleaning of the home, of the house, whatever, we always abandon. We never clean these. Like, oh no, I leave that for later. If I really look for something, I'll clean it up. But like, that says a lot about ourselves and about our ability to clarify things in our environment, like in our lives. Um, if it's only a dead gadgets drawers, I feel like it's okay. But if you're starting a business and you're scaling up and you start having more clients and you start having a bunch of paperworks, like papers of for quotes, phone numbers, call me back. Yes, a CRM helps, but you and me, George, knew that it took way more than just a CRM to handle everything that the business, like, once we were scaling up, like, that it took a bunch of like internal, not only the CRM is for the clients, but
Dude, like I could just a regular when I say regular person, I mean like just a person that has just like one job, and they're living they're living their normal life. They have a job. Just the normal person has a bunch of shit that they need to
mm,
clarify. And imagine somebody who owns a business, it's 10 times more stuff to manage, 10 times more stuff to clarify, 10 times more stuff to
invoices,
everything.
government, emails,
So like, yeah,
employees
when you
onboarding, outboarding.
so for sure it's a lot more intense when you're running a business, and it's a lot more needed. So yeah, the point I was trying to make is just the regular person needs this system. Imagine somebody who runs a
Yeah.
business, especially an ADHD person running a business.
If you have kids, you need this. If you have kids, like one kid, you have one thing to follow. If you have kids, like, yeah, two
Mhm.
or more, you need this. Like, you need to be organized. Like, health and like social security, all this stuff, like school, clothing. You need to like just keeping on, bro. I have a baby born. He's 2 weeks old, like 3 weeks old. There's already stuff that's not fitting on this like newborn baby. It's not like I already have stuff to buy. There's
The
already
big
stuff that's,
baby.
yeah, big baby, bro. I have a big baby problem. So how could you, like, even if it in the best of world, like, I couldn't imagine this baby like would be that big. And now, like, pajamas are not. He's a boy, right? My firstborn was a girl, so I have nothing. I have to go
Mhm.
buy. This just showed up in my calendar. Buy clothes for Rafael. I need like. I'm just giving you guys an example of how the level of commitment that we have in life, and our calendar at work, and your personal calendar, and things that might just show up in your day, are all connected. And if they're part of different systems, you won't be able to keep track of everything. You need one system. You need one trusted system. And we're going to be talking about this. It's not like I have the system, or it's one system, one software. It's one global system to take stuff out of your brain. Straight up. It needs to, like, it has to be done. There's a should be done linked to it, attached to it. There's a would do, should do. I have to link to it. Therefore, there's an incomplete that you need to
Hey,
address.
Steve Geffs. I just noticed Steve Geffs gave us a like there. What's up,
The
bud?
legend, the man, the legend. He's
Wait, do I have
alive.
that? Do I have that thingy?
I don't know.
Yo,
if
yo, look at my screen. Look at my screen.
ça
Look at
va.
my screen. Check ça,
Ouais,
check ça.
ça marche,
Check
ça
ça, check
marche,
ça. Ah! That's for you, Stevie.
C'est bon, c'est bon.
T'as pas ça, hein?
Je sais pas, ça veut pas marcher, man. Je sais pas
Oh,
pourquoi.
wait. Can I pull the finger or is that too much?
No, it's too much.
I want to.
We're on LinkedIn, bro.
What if I go like this?
We're on LinkedIn.
J'ai des émotions. Des choses comme ça, des émotions. How do you call it? The emoticons.
Je sais pas.
Quand je fais various, like when I do various like signs, it's like
Incroyable. Cool, hein? Incroyable, mon Jordi.
Si je le fais comme yeah, check. Oh, des feux dans le yeah.
Je sais pas, moi je suis pas capable, ça fonctionne pas sur le mien. Anyway. Oh my god. I forgot my point, bro. I forgot where I was, to be honest.
Well, Steve Geffs needs a shout out, man. That's how much we love you, Steve.
So, bro, where was I, man?
You need to have one trusted system.
One trusted system where you gather and collect all the new stuff in that needs, there's a need to attach. That's what I was saying. I need to do something. I need to call my mom. I need to make sure that my grandmother has everything for winter. Like, if there's a need to attach, there's probably a lost commitment, or there's probably like something that you don't need to like figure out yet what to do, but there's something
to do. You don't know what the steps are. You don't know what actions you need to take, but there's something that's incomplete, and there's something that needs to be actioned on in your head.
So you need a spot where to place these. I need to call grandma. I need to, and I
have mine. Sorry. I have my GTD list right here. Like, I have some of the stuff that I write down is weird, bro. It's like, but it's in my head, so I get it out. Like, bro.
I want to know.
You want to know what's going on in my brain?
Ouais. Je veux savoir. C'est des bons exemples de qu'est-ce que tu dois sortir de ta tête.
Book, okay, appointment at so-and-so's for a massage. Leave the house. And I even put an action attached to it. So I say appointment at XYZ's house tomorrow for a massage at 8 a.m. Leave the house at 7:15 a.m. Be in bed by 10:30 p.m. So I wrote this the night before. So I'm already telling myself that I need to be in bed by this time and I need to leave the house at this time. So always an action attached to what needs to be actioned. Book hockey game, and then I'll put like, okay, it's not, and this is the incubation. I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know if I should want to talk about that.
Well,
but this is
because it's interesting. It's interesting because you're talking about steps that we're going to be talking about next week, which is clarifying and all that stuff. But it's interesting that you're talking about it because it gives like people a sense of where we're going with this. You know?
Yeah. So here, so book. So I'm my girlfriend's coming to visit me from Germany, and we're gonna book. I'm gonna buy us hockey tickets so I can bring my girlfriend to watch a hockey game. So I put book hockey game. I put no action needed yet because like there's no rush. I can always just do it like later on, so it's fine. But I know it needs to be done. One of my apartments in Portugal needs an estimate. There was a leak. There was the second floor had a pipe that burst, and there's water that's leaking in my apartment. So I need to get a damage estimate to send it to them. Yada yada yada. Pay taxes. This is due tomorrow. I put it in brackets. So this was the first stage of my GTD mind sweep. It's just capturing. I didn't action it yet, but I started putting little action things next to it right away.
So that's the whole point, and that's why I wanted to separate all of them. They're not mixed in one podcast. I just wanted to take like the time to talk about one at a time, so we really separate them. Capturing is really the act of taking out of your brain the like your you said your GTD mind sweep. It's actually very interesting. It is a mind sweep. You're taking everything out, you're putting it in. For you it's note taking. You're taking it like down in the me. I'm like that. I like the old school pen and pad because it's in my face. It's right there on my desk. So that's my trick. It's to have it in my face. For other people, they like it like to have. I'm not like I don't understand how they're able to keep track because our phones are filled with like new stuff and beeping and stuff like that. I can't keep my phone organized.
I can argue with you. I can argue with you on this.
I know, I know, I know.
You
I
know how I
know. There's a
feel.
lot
You
of
know
people are
how
there.
I feel about note taking. Like when I'm home, though, I'm writing it down on a piece of paper. The phone. The thing about the phone for me is that it's always with me. That's the key strength of putting it down on your phone. Is that it's not hard to stay organized. Just open up a notepad, and you just start writing down in your notepad. And the thing is, I have my phone whether I'm at home, whether I'm away. I always have it on me. I guess you carry like a notepad with you or and a pen. And
It's because for me the phone is too crazy. It's too
look,
crazy.
you're never gonna leave your house without your phone, but you might leave your house without your notepad, and you never know when something's gonna pop in your mind that you need to clarify.
Yeah, but and we're gonna talk about it. There is stuff that is self collecting, and on my phone, it is self collecting. What's missing is the action part all the time. So I'm gonna give you an example of like my life, what I live. And you were part of this. I was on the road back home a little earlier today, and I knew I had an appointment at 2:45, virtual appointment, but I'm still taking these appointments even though I'm on the road. I have to. So AirPods, let's
Mhm.
go. We're gonna be talking on the road, right? I have only one AirPod. Okay, so nobody's snitching me.
Alexis, il fait des choses illégales.
No, j'avais juste un AirPod. And for an hour 30, I was on the phone with this guy. And by the time I was on the phone with this one person, I think I received 9 phone calls from 2 different channels. So from my personal phone and from the dial pad, which is the business phone number, which is it could be anything. This could be anything. This could be a client. This could be customer service. This could be so. This is probably something that couldn't be picked up by one of our agents. And at that time of the day, I'm the one who's picking these calls because nobody's calling usually at 5 o'clock. But today, I received 9 phone calls. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know why.
So you have to while you were driving, you have to like.
I was buzzing, bro. I
Yeah,
was
sure.
buzzing. I had so
But
many
that's
calls.
when Siri would come in handy. Like, dude, I use Siri when I'm driving. It's so.
So
Like,
what
if you're
are
not using Siri,
so what am I
man,
gonna be telling Siri? Even that I didn't have time because I
hey,
had to call you back right after the meeting, and I had to call my wife back because she didn't have any news from me for more than 2 hours. She was trying to call me, so I had to call these 2 people, you and my wife. That took pretty much the whole time. I was already back home, so Siri didn't have time. I'm telling you my reality. Most of the time, Siri doesn't even like get a. So everything is there, and I need to trust my capturing process somewhere in
while
the
you're
universe.
driving.
Well, my phone system is a capturing. It's a capturing system that I need to be able to trust 100%. So tomorrow morning, I'll get to it. I don't need to action any of these things because I would be doubling entries. I don't know if you get me, like where I'm like I don't know if you Understand where I'm going here. Your phone is already collecting for you. All you need to do later on with your either
Yeah, like
inbox
when you get home,
or
like when you get home, you'll transfer it from your phone to
you'll
the.
clarify later, but that's the other thing. You don't need to capture more of these things. They're already captured in your phone. The things you need to capture and write down is the in
Oh,
between.
you're talking about emails. Okay, so when an email comes in, you're saying it's already captured.
Yes.
It is if you know that you're going to, like, the moment you get home, that you're gonna open up your email and you're gonna put it down. I don't trust that. See, I don't trust
When you
myself to
have time.
remember. I don't trust myself to remember. So I'm going, hey Siri, remind me tonight at 8 p.m. to take the information from my emails and put it in my XYZ system, whatever it is. So like that, at least I know I have a reminder. I know I have a reminder to do it.
So for me,
Because I don't
it would
trust
be
myself.
impossible to do that.
There's a chance, like, in the moment, you think you're like, oh, I'll remember. Well, not me and you. I'm talking about normal, like us, because we talk about this all the time. But like people, just because they know it right now, and they think like it's so clear in your brain right now, you're like, oh, I don't need to write it down. I'm gonna remember to do it later. But the thing is, sometimes I have that clarity as well, but I'm like, I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself to remember to do it unless I have that reminder set up. I need that reminder set up. It gives me peace of mind. My brain would be clawing like, action me.
So
Put a
so
reminder.
so for me, I don't have reminders. So that's how crazy it is. I don't have reminders. I couldn't put I cannot put reminders. And for you said something about theory. That would be so clogged if I would do that because I have multiple inboxes. I have inboxes for Félix Favreau. I have Félix Favreau, Uninet. So my role at Uninet has a full inbox every day. Then I have Uninet inbox, which is info, which is the stuff that it's a feed, bro. It's a literal feed. It's constant. Info is constant. It's just so we don't miss anything.
But it doesn't
Info.
matter how you take it out. You have your own way of taking it down. I think the only thing that's important is that it actually is taken down somewhere. It is captured somewhere.
It is captured.
That's the only
somewhere.
important thing. Like the reminders is more for a time sensitive appointment or a time sensitive action.
Exactly.
Right? Or so like.
But
like,
these
okay,
are
I'll
actions. These are more like later on in the process.
I booked for my birthday next month. I booked the Airbnb, right? I put, it cost me $2,000 on my credit card that I put, but I need to make sure that we're enough people going. If not, I don't want to be stuck paying though. You know what I mean? 2Gs on my credit card. So, and this is a time sensitive thing. I need to cancel if I am to cancel this reservation, I need to cancel it by the 20th of November, which is tomorrow. So now I'm like, we're the 19th. It's like I need to fucking. Like if we're not taking this thing, I need to remember to cancel before. If I don't cancel by tomorrow at 4 p.m., I'm stuck with this thing, and we're not going to be enough people at the place, and then I'm going to be stuck paying for this. So like in a case like that, I wouldn't trust myself to write it down on a piece of paper because I might forget after. I might forget to cancel.
So where do you put the piece of paper? Like if you would put like. Because I saw your notepad. I saw you with your notepad. Where do you put your notepad? Do you bring it with you?
Everywhere no, like my notepad is here next to my computer, and I have some notes in my phone. I have some notes here. Like what I use Siri for is more like time sensitive. It's more like okay, make sure to cancel the Airbnb if you don't need it anymore. If you're not going anymore, that's a Siri play. It's kind of like how do you wake up in the morning? Do you wake up with your alarm or without your alarm?
Without. Okay, no alarm.
Okay, so that tells me the type of person that you are. The type of you don't use like reminders. You don't use alarms. I need alarms or I won't wake up. I'm a heavy sleeper. I need an alarm. I need those reminders. That's just the way my brain functions. And I think everybody has their own preference, their own method of doing it. But I think, like I said, the
I
important thing is that it is captured. And
so
like
it
some
is out of your that it
like
is out of your head,
like
you know.
you'll probably look frequently at your calendar, right? You probably got into the habit of okay, let me look at my calendar. And you're pulling out your calendar every day, every month, every
I make sure
week.
it's in my face.
You
So
make sure
that's
it's
the
in your face.
point.
So whiteboards are good.
I have 3 screens in front of me when I'm working, and I have the TV in the back because this is being used as publicity when we're doing the podcast, but this is being used to show something when I'm working. I have screens pretty much everywhere, and I have stuff that's in my face. So these are notes that are gonna be action later on or put in my in tray somewhere. Um, we were talking about inboxes. I have a super cool tool called SaneBox that files all the new emails, incoming emails into the it's AI. You know, it's very nice. It's a very nice tool. It's very cheap, and it sorts out your inbox for you. So you just drag and drop your emails. If it's a client and if it's a new email, it will show up in your inbox. So my inbox is always clear. There's nothing in it. When I start, I try to keep track of it at least every 2 or 3 days max. Okay, once a
Every
day
two
is
or
just
three days,
impossible.
and every 2 or 3 days, and you're gonna like clean up
Eh,
your
I
inbox.
clean up my log and everything is cleaned up. My inbox is cleaned,
Mm-hmm.
and otherwise I would see little numbers. I would see 2 3 or so my client inbox. I have my fournisseur, the distributor inbox. I have a accounting inbox. Everything that's invoices from clients that are paid, not paid, Zoho, booking, everything is sorted out by AI. uh, I used to sort that out myself and take a lot of like a big chunk of time to sort, like, use the little search bar and search emails and then sort it out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. You have like your big inbox full of stuff, and then you sort out old emails, already actioned email, just to keep them in case you might need the information. You will
Yeah,
never
like
need the
bro,
information.
I like at one point, like, a long time ago, I was overkill with that stuff. I went overboard with organizing emails, like bills and receipt. Like, let's be honest, some of the shit that we're keeping, we don't even need it. Like,
Mm.
bro, my electricity bill, I can always go online and get a fucking copy. Why am I
C'est
making?
vrai, c'est vrai.
I'm making a special folder in my Gmail. You know when you can make like you could create like a special folder and then create a rule. All the bills from my bank go into this email. Like,
You
bro, I
don't
can
need that.
always. You don't need
Delete
that shit.
that.
It's like
Unsubscribe. Like you say, you could just download them
yeah.
from your
Yeah,
unsubscribe from these things.
I overkilled. I overkilled on that. Then I'm like, no, this is too
Keep
much.
what's important.
This exactly. This is too much. But then it's like, okay, what's important? What's important? Then I would look at it like, okay, bro, I don't need to keep these fucking bills from the bank, these statements, bro. I can always go online and get this. Like,
Do
that's
you
not,
really like who's opening them? I want to know, like, who really opens their bank statement and like print them.
well, you technically should. No. I mean, you should look through your bank statement at least once a week to make sure there's no fraud. Imagine there's a fraud in your account. You need to look for
Ouais,
sure.
mais
You need
tu
to like.
regardes sur ton app. We have apps now.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't. No, you don't.
You don't look at
Okay,
your statement.
when you're saying the statement, you mean just the paper, like printing the
Yeah.
paper.
The only
Bro,
person
we're
who's
not
looking
into
at my
that.
statements, my bank statements, is my accountant. So she's already checking that for the business. She's already doing that. She's double checking that. Why would I be out there keeping those? Like,
Yeah.
you don't need it. And for people, unless you're a business, like, and even if you're a business owner, I hope you have QuickBook connected to your bank account, so you don't need that mess in your email. My email is for clients because they're the bottom line. So my email is like, I unsubscribe from everything as much as I can, or the interesting stuff that I'm trying to like act upon, maybe, but I have a timer to it. If you really want to know where my timers are, they're in my inbox. 60 days after it's in a certain file, it's destroyed. It disappears. Because if I decide that this email is marketing, that might be interesting for a couple of actionable days that I know I need, I'll put it in. I'll put it into this file, and I'll keep it for 60 days. If after 60 days there's no action, I know for a fact in 2 years from, because that's how it works, right? You keep these emails, and in 3 years from now you're gonna delete them.
Yeah, that's
Why?
what it was. That's what it was for me. It was like 3. I remember the other day we were it was Saturday. I think we were on Discord together, and I'm like, and you're like,
Yep.
what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just cleaning up my inbox, and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it too.
We're all the same, man. We have this. We have the same nature. We're all the same. So these tricks, they're good. I feel like they're good for everyone, and capturing everything is more about taking something out of your system more than it is about adding something to your existing system. So it's easier than you think. It's more like something it should be something that's from your environment. Find a pen and paper and write it down. Start by writing it down like this, and later on you'll clarify.
So, how many inboxes do you think we should have? Should we have an inbox inbox in basket for each environment? One for work, one for personal, one digital. I think that's fair. Three in baskets or inboxes to collect and put information.
I think we should have as few as possible. So I think when you're thinking your system, and you're thinking your conglomerate, or you're thinking your dynasty, like whatever you're doing, these guys, these like wealthier people who have dynasties, who have conglomerates, they're thinking simple. They're thinking as simple as possible, because they know that complicated costs. So even the most complicated system in the world uses some sort of simple system to gather all the information and like converge it like to one place and make sure that it's actionable.
I really think, Phil, I know we disagree on the method of capture, but I think you would be more efficient if you had one digital capturing tool, just one, and you keep the same way you're doing it, but just like having a digital capturing method. I think it would make you more efficient. Like when you're on the road, like the problems that when you were on the road and stuff like those would be solved with Siri. If you had like a way to like, hey Siri, like, take this note down or take this information down.
Man, it's gonna be my last word, George, because I think it's very interesting that you say that. I would love my life to be like simpler and be able to action everything with Siri. But the thing is I'm trying to scale operations that are way bigger than me. Mm-hmm. And for now, for the most part, for now, I'm the only one like thinking all of that and like making sure that everything is working. And I'm the engineer, right? And I'm wearing lots of hats. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
George,
je sais pas si t'es encore là. Sorry, Phil. I just wanted to see if George, t'es là. Je sais pas si t'as subscribe à notre YouTube channel. Tu peux aller sur notre YouTube channel puis juste aller nous écouter de YouTube. Ça aide l'algorithme.
Ça m'aide à voir vos commentaires aussi, parce que je peux pas les voir sur Instagram.
C'est ça, Félix. Fait que Georges, je vais te le mettre ici. Si tu peux aller sur YouTube, youtube.com. Even I see there's two viewers here on Facebook.
Facebook, guys. If you go watch us on YouTube, comment on YouTube so everyone could see it.
He's like, no.
Classic. I would have said the same thing, honestly.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I would have said exactly the same thing. But guys, like you need to keep like your brain and conscious soul like in a free state, a zone of
Send me the YouTube link. It's there, bro. It's if you see, tu vois pas là-bas. How can I put it on the comments over here? Let me get him. Let me put it in the comments for George. So like that, he just has to click it. Ça s'en vient, George. Ça s'en vient. Patientez. There's a go. How's the weather in Portugal? Is it still raining? Tiens, bro, je te l'ai mis là. If you just go on YouTube and just type in the Strategy Vault podcast, tu vas nous trouver. No, it's great. Good. My windows better be closed, bro. I was tripping the other day, bro. You left my windows open. It started raining. See, Georges, c'est une champion, man. Shout out to George Val. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, man. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna let you finish off. I know you were saying something there, bro. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
Bro, I honestly I can't remember. I don't know. You actually asked a question, and you asked me a question there.
Hold on. Let's get your train of thought. Let's get your train of thought back on. Hey, Randy, how's it going, bro? Fuck, what were you saying, man?
You said no. You were talking about Siri.
Yes. No, yes. I said I think that you would be way more effective if you added one digital in basket. If you use your phone to capture information, if you use Siri while you're on the road. I know you like to write your stuff down. I know you love it. You're old school. I love that. But you're telling me that you wouldn't be more effective if you also had. So if you added one more method of collecting information, your phone, either Siri or just like your notepad or whatever.
So I have like,
because you could literally.
We need to finish on we need to be clear on this. We need to finish on this. It's very important because I just want you to
I could just tell Siri to mark in my calendar for next week, whatever appointment I have. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? I'm curious.
Because so let me explain.
Sure.
Before I get to clarify things and tell Siri to action something and put something in my calendar that might be mixed up with my other calendar that's not connected to Siri, because I have 4 calendars and these are connected to one system. They're in my face once I sit down to my desk. So my trusted system is right here, George. When I'm in the truck, this is not a trusted system. My phone telling my phone, hey, do this, do that. I don't trust it neither, because I did it. And once I get home, I get so busy with the kids. My phone will alert me, but I would literally click on dismiss, keep doing what I'm doing. And so by experience, it just doesn't work. So what works is really by trusting my incoming in my phone as it goes, as the day goes. I receive texts. I have groups. I tell people, I have groups of texts. So I tell people, if you want to text me about something about Uninet, we're going to create this group, Uninet group executive, blah, blah. So I know exactly that this comes from there. I need to check it right now, or I need to. So I instead of having a bunch of things that I need to enter again and again and again, these are all double entries for me. I get these triggers instead. So all these triggers will pop. Hey, pop, 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 pop. They will pop. There's, I use the natural things on my phone. It's already triggering. It's already giving these little red dots, right?
It's just a matter of getting used to it. It's just because you're not used to it because you haven't been doing it. But
I can't. I just can't. I can't do it.
You're just not used to it. It's fine, bro. It's just a preference thing. It's at the end of the day, it's all it is. It's just a preference thing. There's not one method that's better than the other. But for me, I like the fact that it pops up in my face. I love that. It really makes me at ease knowing that it's going to pop up in my face.
Yeah, but George, do you remember when I used to do pop-ups? I messed up the pop-ups in the CRM and you were receiving all kinds of notifications. Do you remember that? This is my life on a daily basis.
Okay, but it's all about getting that system right. It's get it right.
No, but
and
you have
you
four
tweak
businesses.
it,
Like
and
if you have four businesses, you have four governments rolling after you, four CNSST.
four governments, bro. What's fucking
Yes.
provincial, federal, fucking
Yes, four times. Because you have four businesses, right? They come after you four times throughout the year, right? Four times for the same things. How do you manage that? It's impossible because there's going to be new things. It has to flow, man. It has to flow. So first things first, they will gather themselves in the email. So my system is my email. Send it to my email address. Boom, it's showing up there. I don't need to like action it right away. I will action it later on once I sit down and I'm ready to do some stratégie conseil, John. And you know, I have and I didn't have the chance to, and we don't have time because we're already overboard. I know we're off limit right now. But I have systems for everything. I have Zoho Sprint for everything that's internal ideas. All the execs at Uninet were all in Sprint. Zoho Sprint, the Scrum board, where everything is being filled there, and what needs to be actioned, we don't have time to action it right now. We're a small team, but it's there. And once I sit down in front of Sprint, I know what I'm sitting down in front of. I know I have some logos to produce. I have some, I have creatives to produce. Everything that's creative inside of Uninet is in Zoho Sprint system.
Hey, Mariage.
Everything that's client based is in the CRM. If I need to know, and of course they could all be improved and they could all be, but if you're scaling a business, yes, Siri will help when you're starting up and you don't have employees too much. But as soon as you have like 5-6 employees, how many things you're just gonna be having conversations with Siri all day? Hey, don't forget to call Jardin. Don't forget to call Sébastien. Don't forget to call Simon. Don't forget to call. And then I'm just gonna get don't forget. At some point, it's just gonna show up, right? It's already
at some point we can argue about this all day. We're not getting anywhere. Look, just take your notes the way you want to capture your stuff, and I'll capture it the way I want to capture it. And salut, bonsoir. Thank you very much, my friend.
All right, big. Okay. Well.
Also, I want to say thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate that. I just noticed that we just got 4 new followers on our 4 new YouTube subscribers. So I don't know who is there, but
now,
yeah, bro. Yeah, just
by
right
the
now.
time we were just talking, bro.
Yes.
How crazy is that, man?
Yeah,
how amazing.
Crazy. Yeah. So
shout out to all the people.
Shout out to you guys.
Nice. Incredible.
That is nice. Yeah.
Wow, man, that's the best trust. How do you say that? Trust. Yeah. That's your vote, man. C'est cool. On a besoin de ça.
Yeah.
Keep commenting though. On n'a pas eu de commentaires. C'est le fun de discuter avec vous, guys. We love your comments. So see you guys tomorrow for Winners Wednesday.
Yes.
Tomorrow. All right, c'est-à-dire row. Fait qu'on se voit demain, les chums.
Yes.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, les amis.
Guys.